Egypt, I would like to express my and visit the land of civilization and land of the long history and also rich history. Egypt considered in square shape, 1,000 kilometers in 1,000 kilometers. Two lines on water, Mediterranean Sea and Suez Canal and Red Sea, and other two lines on desert. In the middle, there is the Nile River. All Egyptians consider the Nile as a father and the land as a mother. Therefore, majority of Egyptians live around the Nile River. We occupied only about 8% of the total area of Egypt. With respect to the history of the Coptic Orthodox Church, the word Coptic comes from Greek word, the name of Egypt. The old Greek name of Egypt is Aegyptos. Aegyptos, 3 parts. This is long name, but shortened without the first and the third parts. In the middle, Gept, Copt, Egypt. Therefore, Copt means Egyptian. The Orthodox Church, this means the Egyptian Church, the national church. We also have a long history. The Coptic Orthodox Church started and established by Saint Mark the Evangelist in the middle of the 3rd century. And he ended his life with martyrdom on the city of Alexandria. Therefore, my title is Pope of Alexandria. Alexandria considered as a traditional city and Patriarch of the Coptic Church or Patriarch of Saint Mark C. Along history, we have till now 118 patriarchs. There is long chain started by Saint Mark, and till now my number is 118. The Coptic Orthodox Church now are extended outside Egypt. We have many Coptic churches around the world in many countries, in Europe, in America, in Latin America, in Canada, in Jerusalem, in Australia, and of course in Africa. We have a bishop in South Africa, Bishop Antonius Marcos, and another bishop in Kenya, Bishop Paulus, and 2 bishops in Sudan, Bishop Lilia and Bishop Sarabamo, in Khartoum and Durban. Now, the total number of metropolitans and bishops in the Holy Synod of Coptic Orthodox Church, 122 bishops. In addition, we have more than 50 monasteries. The majority here in Egypt, And also we have 10 monasteries outside Egypt. In Africa, in South Africa, and also in Sudan. In Europe, in Germany, and Italy, and in Vienna, and also in England, and in Australia. Most of monasteries are present in the desert. Like here in Egypt, is the desert of Wadi Khartoum, on the road between Cairo and Alexandria in the desert, and also near to Red Sea, and near to the north coast. In addition to many monasteries in Upper Egypt. But the monasteries or nunneries of nuns are present near to the cities or in the cities. Like here, if you visit Old Cairo, you will find 2 old monasteries for nuns. We have many thousands of monks, many thousands of nuns, and also 1,000 of sisters. Sisters serve inside the churches, inside the diocese, and in some places, mainly in the social works. The first monk in the history was Egyptian, Saint Anthony the Greek. Saint Anthony the Greek established his monastery near to Red Sea in the 4th century. Till now, that monastery includes more than 150 monks, big monasteries, and considered the first monastery in the world. Near the monastery of St. Anthony, there is the monastery of St. Paul, the first hermit, also was Egyptian. The bishops in the Coptic Orthodox Church are 2 types: diocese bishop and general bishops. General bishops considered as assistant for the Pope. For example, we have General Bishop for Youth, Bishop Musa. Also, we have General Bishop for the Social Affairs, Bishop Julius. Another bishop, Bishop Armia, for the Coptic Culture Center. And also, we have 10 bishops, general bishops, to serve in Cairo, different districts. Egypt was placed by the journey of the Holy Family in the 1st century. Saint Virgin Mary, Jesus Christ, and Saint Joseph come to Egypt and stayed in Egypt for more than 306 months. They moved from east to west, from north to south, in different places in Egypt. Therefore, we consider Egypt a holy land like Palestine. The word Holy Lands include Palestine and Egypt, the 2 places where Jesus Christ lived. On another side, here in Egypt, the total population of Copts about 15 million, live with all Egyptians. The total population of Egypt 90 million. But we have very good relations between us, between the all Egyptians, Muslims or Christians. For me personally, I have good relation with the Grand Imam, Dr. Ahmed al-Tayyib, and with the official Islamic organization in Egypt, Al-Azhar. From time to time, we visit each other. And last month, the Grand Imam, with some Muslim ministers, and also Al-Mufti, came here and visit us during our celebration with the Easter. Also, there is a good organization, include church and Al-Azhar, called the Beit al-Aila. Beit al-Aila in Arabic means the house of family. But this term or this expression is very beloved for all Egyptians. They were through different committees. They served in the society, in villages, in towns, in cities. And we have good experiment from about 3 years. There is a meeting between the priests and imams. They live together in one hotel for 3 days. They talk together, they eat together, they discuss everything together. This is make good link between Muslims and Christians. Also, we have good relations with the President Sisi and the government. And from time to time, we receive some foreign visitors who will come to visit Egypt. From about 1 month, the president of Togo from Africa came here, and we celebrate with the big delegation to visit the cathedral and the Coptic church. On behalf of the Coptic Church, the Holy Synod, and all the church organizations, and all the Egyptians, I welcome you for the visitation in Egypt, and the visitation many places, and also here in the Coptic Church. Thank you.
On behalf of all of us, I guess we thank His Holiness Pope Twaddros II for giving us the time to be with him. And as an Egyptian, I must tell you all that we are very proud of our Pope, all of us, not only because of his global status, but also, like in many lines of Egyptian popes, he was extremely instrumental in playing a national role, keeping the unity and integrity of the Egyptian state. So we thank the Pope and we thank all of you. Now we're going to have a few interventions from our colleague from Zambia, and then our colleague from Côte d'Ivoire Francophone, so I'm going to Francophone, and then we open questions according to the time of His Holiness for questions and answers. Please.
His Holiness Pope Twaddros II, Pope of Alexandria and Patriarch of the See of St. Mark, to Ambassador Dr. Zafan of the Egyptian Agency for Partnership and Development, my colleagues in the media, including those out there, ladies and gentlemen, I have prepared a speech, but unfortunately, this speech, I would like to throw it away, if you may allow me, because I want to speak from the bottom of my heart. Your Holiness, I'm deeply touched when you say that the Grand Imam comes and meets with you. The impression that the Christians have of the Muslims is that they don't meet and live together as one people. That impression you have created in our minds will go and change the perception that we cannot live with other religions. To you, we say, thank you, and we are so grateful that you are able to live with your neighbor and your brother. That's the way it's supposed to be. We come from more than 22 countries. I'm speaking on behalf of the 22 countries. We are living at a time where peace is no longer in our vocabulary. We no longer speak peace. And so, when you tell us that you live with other religions, we are humbled. And as media, we can also play a part in building these bridges. Media has a role to play to bring peace where it belongs. And that is very, very important for us. And we hope this meeting will have, as African journalists, will help us to report correctly about this meeting we are having today. So we are so grateful. And I would also want to thank the ambassador who has facilitated our coming to Egypt, and also to see the other historical sites. We have been enlightened, and we are also very grateful to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to bring the journalists to Egypt. The land is rich in culture, and the land has got very beautiful seas. We've been to Red Sea. And we hope that other people through us will know more about Egypt. Your Holiness, receive our gratitude on behalf of our African journalists. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Your Holiness, just want to say that Mr. Monza has talked for all of us, and your administration said that we can ask questions. So we have 3 questions. We start with Mr. Kokum from Togo.
Merci beaucoup. Excellence, sa sainteté. Lorsqu'on a dit qu'on vient voir le pape, je suis Koku du Togo. Lorsqu'on a annoncé qu'on vient voir le pape, j'ai dit, oh, quelle grâce. Excellence, sa sainteté. Je voudrais donc profiter de cette occasion pour mieux comprendre ce qui paraît un peu confus dans notre texte. Quelle est donc la différence entre le pape des Coptes que vous êtes, le pape des catholiques qui est à Rome et le pape russe dont on entend parler? Merci. Merci.
عندنا علاقات طيبة ويا البابا فرانسيس. وكانت أول زيارة بعد تنصيبي هي زيارة البابا فرانسيس في روما. والأسبوع الماضي كنا نتحدث سويا تليفونيا.
semaine dernière, on s'était parlé au téléphone.
لأن يوم 10 مايو
Parce que le 10 mai,
هو يعتبر عيد المحبة الأخوية بين الكنيستين.
c'est la journée de l'amour et de la fraternité entre les deux églises.
كما أنني زرت بطريرك روسيا بطريرك كيريل.
J'ai également visité le patriarche de la Russie.
ولنا علاقات طيبة مع جميع كنائس العالم.
Nous avons de très bonnes relations avec toutes les églises du monde.
وقد سعدت الشهر الماضي في استقبال الرئيس توكو.
Le mois dernier, j'étais ravie de rencontrer le président du Togo.
ومعه وفد كبير من السادة الوزراء.
Avec une délégation de ministres togolais.
أهلا وسهلا بك.
Très bienvenue.
Nous allons poursuivre avec la deuxième question. Victoria Ojele du Nigeria.
Good me your witness. My name is Victoria, I'm from Nigeria. I'm so pleased with your speech and I'm happy with the relationship between the two religions. But my question is, I would like to know the percentage of Christians in the parliament. That is one. Two, with the good relationship the two religions are practicing, is there any intermarriage between the two? Thank you.
The new parliament started from a few months ago and considered the percentage of Copts in the parliament. In that parliament is the highest percentage. About 39 members in the parliament are Copts. More than half are women. This is considered a good indication about the new era of the President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and about the unity between the Muslims and the Christians in Egypt. When we choose the member of the parliament, we depend on the quality of the member, not his religion. Therefore, we have many friends in the parliament are Muslims, and many of them come here and visit me and visit the church, not only in Cairo, but also in the governorates. In our Egypt, in Delta, in Alexandria, and so on. Number two, the marriage between the two religions. With respect to the Coptic Church, according to our laws and our tradition, the marriage must be between two Coptic Orthodox. This marriage done inside the church through the sacrament of marriage. Other marriage, we don't accept it. Other types of marriage, we don't accept it.
Your Holiness, let's go for the third question with Mr. Leonard Tumisenge from Rwanda.
Thank you, Your Holiness. I'm Leonard from Rwanda. In your remarks, you told us that there are 15 million Christians from Orthodox Church out of 90 million of all Egyptians. I would like to know why is that number so small compared to that of Muslims? Are there strategies to increase the number or not? Thank you very much.
In the Coptic families, there are family planning. Most of Coptic families with one or two children only. In addition, some sons or daughters from the Coptic families go to the monasteries. This is decrease the number. And the 15 million include Catholic and Protestant. And we have, including the 15 million, 1 million of them outside Egypt, in different places. Different countries, in about 60 countries all over the world. But we depend on the relation between the Muslim and Copts in everything, in schools, in streets, in housing, in transportation, in everything. We are national minority. Not minority, but national minority. And when you walk in the street here in Egypt, you cannot differentiate between Muslims and Christians. All make the same behaviors. The only exception is that the Muslims go to the mosque and the Christians go to the church. And here, in this hall, you don't differentiate between the Muslims and the Christians. From the Egyptians. المصريين اللي هنا البعض منهم كده مصريين.
Votre Sainteté, partons pour la 4e question avec Larry du Ghana.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, Your Holiness. My name is Larry of Ghana. I would like to know the difference between the Copts or the Coptic Christian and the Catholic or the Roman Catholic Church. I just want to know the difference. Thank you very much.
Both churches depend on one Holy Bible, one Jesus Christ, and also one heavenly kingdom. But there are some differences in the terminology between the two churches. Sometimes around the nature of Jesus Christ, sometimes around the position of Saint Virgin Mary in our prayers. Therefore, there is a good dialogue, theological dialogue between the two churches. Not between us and the Catholic Church only, but between the Catholic Church and the Oriental churches. The Oriental churches are 6 sister churches. Copts in Egypt, Syrian in Syria, Armenian in Lebanon and Armenia, Eritrean, Ethiopian, and Indian. These 6 churches are considered sister churches, the same faith. Thank you.
Merci, Votre Sainteté. C'est là les 4 questions posées par les membres de la délégation des hommes de médias et de journalistes qui sont ici en formation en Égypte.
قداسة البابا شكرا جزيلا. كانت تلك الأسئلة الأربعة التي طرحها ممثلو وسائل الإعلام من الدول الأفريقية الموجودين.
أشكركم كثيرا. I am so happy for your questions to know everything about Egypt. I hope to enjoy in Egypt during your visits every day. And also I would like to present this Coptic icon for all of you. This is about the Holy Family in Egypt with pyramids, with Nile River, with the Egyptian desert. And also here Saint Mark, the evangelist. And this is considered as a gift from the Coptic Orthodox Church for Oprah.
زي قداسة الأول ويعني نشكر حضرتك على هذا اللقاء المسلم. يا رب حضرتك تكون دايما بخير يا رب. سؤال خاص يمكن بوجود الأشقاء الصحفيين من الأفارقة وهو الخاص بالعلاقة مع الكنيسة الإثيوبية والعلاقة مع دول حوض النيل ومدى إسهام الكنيسة المصرية في بقوتها الناعمة في العمق الأفريقي.
أشكرك كثيرا. We have good relation with the Ethiopian Church. The Ethiopian Church was considered as a daughter church to the Church of Alexandria. In last September, I was in Addis Ababa and visited many places, many old cities. Tens of thousands received me in each city, in every city. I was very happy. And also there is a special bishop responsible for the Ethiopian affairs, Bishop Beeman. He made many visits to Ethiopia, and we have a committee between the two churches for coordination in the field of medical mission. And also we discuss now how to help in the educational process in Ethiopia. With respect to the relation through the water of Nile River, we try with the Ethiopian Church ونحن أيضا نحاول أن نبني مع مجهودات الدولة في بناء الثقة بين الشعب الإثيوبي والشعب المصري. استقبلنا منذ عدة شهور وفدا شعبيا إثيوبيا، وأيضا وفد شعبي مصري سافر هناك، وبناء الثقة شيء مهم. وأنا أعتبر إثيوبيا هي الدولة الأولى في الاهتمام المصري، لأن من خلالها تأتي المياه في نهر النيل. أي أسئلة أخرى؟
مساء الخير، قداسة البابا تواضروس الثاني. طبعا بالنيابة عن الناس الموجودين برحب بالإعلاميين الأفارقة في الكنيسة المصرية كمؤسسة وطنية تعبر عن الشعب المصري. وسؤالي خارج سياق وجود الإعلاميين الأفارقة، إنما هو بشأن مصري كنسي خالص، فيما يخص أولا قانون بناء الكنائس الذي هو على مشارف اللجنة التشريعية بمجلس النواب في دورة انعقاد الحالي. إلى أي مدى التعديلات المطروحة الآن والتي نشرت في الصحف معبرة عن حقيقة ما استقر عليه رؤساء الكنائس في مصر؟
بالنسبة للمشروع ده هو كان المسودة اتعملت، والمسودة دي رجعت الكنائس وأضيفت عليها تعديلات سواء بالإضافة أو بالحذف، وحاليا بيقدم في اللجنة التشريعية، ونتمنى إنه يطلع بصورة مرضية وصورة تجنب مصر مشكلات كتير. ده الهدف، واعتقد ان وزاره العداله الانتقاليه متفهمه هذا الامر، واللجنه التشريعيه متفاهمين هذا الامر، وايضا في الكنيسه بنفس الصوره. لان معظم المشكلات اللي كانت بتحصل 50% منها كان بيجي من عدم وجود قانون واضح لهذا الامر. اشكرك كثيرا.
Wishes for the president.
طريق لو سمحت.
Jenny.